Hey y'all, welcome back. I know it's been a little while. I've been kind of busy, had to move. Finally in my last duty station before retirement. I've been doing a lot of steelhead fishing, getting ready for spring trout, so I figured I was tying up some flies. I might as well make a video. What I'm tying today, this is the Halfback Nymph. Simple pattern, very effective. I tie this in anywhere from an 8 to a 16. You can tie them weighted, unweighted, depends on what you want to do. What I got in the vise today, this is a size 12 in a curved hook. And the thread that I'm going to use is 70 dinner yarn black. So we're going to come about a third into the hook shank and start our thread. It's going to give me a reference point so I know where I want to stop tying. That way I can tie in this shell back. We'll come down to about the gouge of the hook, clip that out. Come in with a piece of pheasant for tail-end material. Get rid of all that fluffy stuff off the cape. We don't need all that. Get a quick measurement just about the gap at the hook. Pinch and loop. Look at it, looks pretty good. Go ahead and secure that down. Now we're going to come in with our shell back. For the shell back, we're just going to use some pheasant tail. I'm going to take about 10 to 12 fibers. I'm going to pull them 90 degrees from the stem so those tips line up. And that's what we're going to use to tie in for our tie-in point. Help keep those things together. I'm going to come in and get rid of those tips. Catch it in. Keep it on top of the hook shank. Come back to our tie-in point for our tail. Clean this up a little bit. That way we keep a nice body. I'm going to come in with a piece of extra small silver wire. Let that hang down. I'm going to come in with 3 pieces of peacock. Pulled out 4. For the abdomen, we're going to use 3, and then for the thorax, we'll use 4. Make it a little thicker. And secure those in. Come up to about our original tie-in point. I'm going to twist these peacock curls together so they last a little bit longer. That silver wire, that'll help protect it a little bit too. You can super glue this down if you want to, but a lot of times if I have flies that get beat up and the hook's still good, I'll reuse that hook. Nothing that I'd ever send out to somebody who ordered flies. That's just for me. Ain't no point in getting rid of a good hook if it's still got function to it. Nice body. This will also help keep your peacock from splitting on you when you're wrapping it. Sometimes you'll get a bag of brittles and they'll just split halfway through your fly. Then you got to start over. Secure those in. Clip those out. Now I'm going to come in with my first hackle. I'm using Cree for this one. Try to keep it relatively the same size as the gap. Come in and get that fluffy stuff out. Trim it off. I'll take 2 in the front, 1 in the back. Good secure. Come in with our hackle plier. Kind of separate those fibers a little bit so they spin better. We're going to take open turns. We're going to get 1 complete turn, and then we're going to open spiral to the back. We're going to stop short just a little bit of our tie-in for our shellback. And that way, when you tie it off, it doesn't push those fibers out to the side real funny. We'll work our way through our hackles and that peacock. Tie that off. Fold everything over and back. Secure that wire in good. Come in and get that out of there. Don't use your good scissors for that. Let's go ahead and get rid of the rest of that Cree. You can trim these out, the ones on the top. If you wet your fingers a little bit, you should be able to just push them down flat. I'm gonna take our peacock, pull it right over the top, create that shell back. One loose wrap, look at it, looks good. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. Stop short, got a hook eye back, clean it up. Come back in with another piece of fine wire. This is going to help control and protect the hackle and the peacock for the thorax. Catch that in, pull the wire and set it. There we go. Those are sweeping back just lovely. We're going to come in with our 4 pieces of peacock curl for the thorax. Trim off those tips where they're usually brittle, just like before. Measured up. Get rid of those extras. Don't want to crowd the eye. Once again in with our hackle plier, just to spin this up a little bit. Nice touch and turns. Back off one turn. Capture that peacock. Front and back wraps. Clean it out close. Save those. You can use those for the abdomen of your next fly. Now we're going to come in with our second piece of Cree. You want this one to be just a little bit longer. Take your time. You're only going to use a couple turns of this, so the feather don't have to be great. Measured out, that looks pretty good. We're gonna get rid of all this fluffy stuff. Trim it down. When you go to spin this collar, if you'll take a little bit extra off the far side, it'll let that first spin happen a little bit more natural. And we're gonna come in, take a couple wraps back through this peacock, one full turn. Then we're going to open turns through the peacock again, all the way to where that shellback starts with the tie-in point. We'll catch that with our wire. Go ahead and get rid of your hackle plier. Work your way through your hackle. Try not to trap any fibers. Then when you poke out the other side, pull this up and kind of away from yourself. Take a turn in the front and the back. We're going to pull everything to the rear. Go ahead and create a nice head. At this point, we can go ahead and helicopter your wire out. Actually, we'll just go ahead and trim that out. That thing don't want to break off for some reason. We'll come in and get rid of that tag end of that Cree. Try not to clip any of your fibers off. Come in and put a half hitch in. Secure everything down. I'm going to put a good coat of UV on this. So I'm just going to do 2 half hitches. This thing won't fall apart on the head. The body will break down before the head does. And I'll set that. Well, you got it in the vise. Make sure that eye's clean. Nothing worse than trying to do it when you're on the water. And that's it. That is the Halfback Nymph pattern. Tied up. Try it out. It's a great fly, especially for anywhere that's like got rocky bottoms and stuff like that. It's an easy pattern, very productive. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. We'll be posting a lot more time videos coming. Probably try to do, go back to posting once a week. Show it to your friends, tied up. And like anytime, if you guys got anything you want to see, just go ahead and drop me a message in the comments and we'll spin it up for you. And until next time.